Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Ready? Coffee cake. That's right, tomorrow is coffee cake day, so I figured I would get a head start. I've been making coffee cakes in the restaurant for the last couple weeks, and it's been really going over well with all of my guests. Different flavors, different colors. Today, I'm gonna show you a chocolate marshmallow coffee cake. First, we're gonna take all our nice little chocolate chips, and we're gonna put them into a bowl. And we're gonna melt them over a pot of water, or in my terms, a double boiler. This way, the steam from the water melts the chocolate without it burning and separating. Fortunately for TV time, I have one prepared for you. First, we're gonna take our dish. We're gonna use our non-stick spray and give it a nice coat. After that, we're gonna take some sugar in the dish, and then I'm gonna make crumbs with chocolate chips and flour and sugar. So I'm gonna take the sugar with the non-stick coating spray, Pam spray, and I'm gonna roll the sugar around so that it coats all the inside of the dish. This is gonna prevent our cake, once it rises and comes down, it's gonna prevent it from sticking in the dish. So now that that's done, I take a marshmallow and put it in the bottom. I separated eggs. I'm gonna make a lot of them, so let's say a dozen eggs. I separated them, put the whites in a mixing bowl with some baking powder and powdered sugar. I use powdered sugar because it dissolves into the egg whites, forming a meringue, which is gonna help our coffee cake rise. So it's gonna be sort of a cross between a soufflé and a coffee cake. So we're gonna put our powdered sugar into our egg whites with our baking powder, and then we're gonna light up the machine. We wanna whip this on medium-high speed until it's a really stiff, soft peak. While that's going on, I'm gonna make our crumbs. So I have chocolate chips, sugar, flour. I'm gonna take some clarified butter, just a little bit, and then we're gonna mix it around, creating a topping. Gotta have some crumbs on that bad boy. You don't want too much butter. Want it kind of sweet, and with the flour is gonna hold all that butter together so that when it rises and comes back down, we're gonna have a nice little crunch, a melty, chocolatey crunch. Just like that. See how it's kind of broken up still? It's not a pasty. The sugar's and the chocolate's gonna melt together, and you're gonna have a nice crunch from the flour. All right, so now that our chocolate is melted, our egg whites are whipped, I'm gonna pull the chocolate off the double boiler, put it in front of me so I can work it. So we're about 5 minutes, 6 minutes on high with our KitchenAid. Boom. And we're gonna put this back, as we're not done yet with the machine. All right, we're gonna take all of our egg whites. That's how you know it's right. We use our handy dandy spatula. Get it all, we want it nice and fluffy. Boom. Now we're gonna take some heavy cream, and we're gonna make some, that's right, whipped cream. Also with some powdered sugar. Can't have a coffee cake without sugar. All right, now we're gonna whip our heavy cream. You wanna whip our heavy cream to a stiff peak as well, but not over whip it, because if you over whip this heavy cream will break, and then it'll turn into butter. That's right, that's how you make butter. So we're whipping that. While we're whipping that, we're gonna fold our egg whites into our chocolate. Fold it in. And then about halfway through of folding it, I'm gonna add my egg yolks, and we're gonna fold that in as well. That's gonna help it keep it all together. You want it all folded in evenly and consistent. That way you don't have one end of the coffee cake moving around and the other end not. And then I'm gonna dust this with some flour. The flour is actually just gonna give it a little stability. So we're gonna dust this with flour. That's gonna help hold it all together. We're gonna fold that in as well. See, now we're starting to talk about cake again. All right, don't over whip the heavy cream. See that? Stiff. Stiff and still together. That's what we're looking for. Give it a taste. You want it to taste sweet. Now we're gonna, see, heavy cream, nice. Whipped cream, just like it says on the can. Not this time, ladies. We're gonna fold our heavy cream into our chocolate so we don't lose the air that we've incorporated into it by using the machine. See that nice, fluffy, evenly incorporated coffee cake mixture. Now all you have to do is fill it up. Make sure the marshmallow is in the middle of the dish, because you don't want it falling out the sides. You want to be a surprise for your friends. We're gonna fill it up about 3/4 of the way, and then we're gonna knock it down on the table surface easily so that all the mixture coats the inside of the dish. We're then gonna take our crumbs and we're gonna just cover the whole dish with our sugar and chocolate chip crumbs. And then we're gonna bake this for about 15 minutes. Let's go into the oven, boys and girls. Get something to put it on. That way, if it decides to come up too much, some of this is gonna fall over the sides, which is fine. At least you're catching it on a plate and not in the bottom of your oven, because it will stick and it will burn. See you in a little while, my chocolate friend. See what we got. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that, chocolate chip marshmallow coffee cake right out the oven. Carefully place it onto the plate. We're gonna hit it with a little whipped cream. Some chocolate, chocolate sauce. And don't forget about our friend and yours, mine and yours, powdered sugar. This is my rendition of chocolate marshmallow